Welcome and welcome back. You're watching Kia's Luxe Life, where I bring you all things fun, beauty, luxury, lifestyle, and today is no different. Today we are talking about some new releases from Coach, as well as some dupes that I think you guys might just like. Let's jump into it. All right, so I have the iPad out. We are actually going through, and I'm going to share. I'm going to try to throw it up on the screen so you guys can see what I'm seeing as we're going through it. Recently, I did go through. I did stop by, and I wasn't going to stop by for Coach. I was actually looking at a few other things, and I said, okay, let me see, what's going on there. And one of the first things that I had seen was actually this cute heart bag. So let me show you. And this bag was actually in the display, right, you come in and then it's like bam, and they had it displayed. It was the cutest thing. So they call it heart bag and signature leather. So the signature leather almost has like a patent leather kind of feel, but there's texture to it. It's not like the puffy leather or any of the smooth type leather options. So they do call it signature leather. Again, you'll see that it does have the CCs on it. It is textured as far as almost like an embroidery, you can feel it, like a braille, if you could feel it, and you'll feel the texture there. They do have it here in this color. They call it brass magenta, and this is actually the color that was displayed when I popped in. And I think it's actually really cute. So here for reference, you'll be able to see the size on there. And I actually really love when they do size references like that compared to just throwing up a picture of the bag. Sure, brands will often put up the dimensions for a bag or for an item, but you don't really get a sense of how big, how small, where it fits, where it's gonna lie on the hip, so on and so forth. So here you'll see kind of giving you a preference around the size. It's just here, she's holding it in and around her knee area, and it's not too much bigger. Now, more specifically, I found that this would be, cool as a great dupe for the Chanel heart bag. So the Chanel heart bag came out a year, maybe 2 years ago, and people went ballistic. I don't know what I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was that it was in the lambskin. I don't know if it was that because it had the pocket on it. I don't know what the deal was, but personally, it didn't fit a phone. And I do have the iPhone 14 Pro Max. It didn't fit the phone, and it didn't seem because of course the heart type silhouette, it didn't really seem and you can also do sizes on here too. That's a trip. Maybe you a curvy chick. If you're a curvy chick, you can make that work on here. That's hilarious. I have no idea. Anywho, it's something in and of itself to be able to see. But with the heart bag, I was just I didn't get it. You couldn't put the phone in there. And as far as the capacity really, in my opinion, wasn't doing it. You couldn't. It was really like a keys, lippy card holder kind of situation. And again, for that price point, I think this is a far better deal. Now, it's my understanding that they did have a few more colors in that selection. This particular handbag is $325. Again, and it looks like it's placed in cart. It says claim yours, so looks like it's placed in cart. And again, with the handles, a 3 1/4 inch drop, 8 by 7 by 2. So again, it seems to be similar in dimensions. This particular one does also have a top handle as well, where the other one with Chanel was more specifically a crossbody. But I definitely think if that's the kind of silhouette you were looking for and didn't quite like the price tag, check this one out. Next one I'm going to give an honorable mention to is the Tabby shoulder bag. Again, this particular one here is also in the signature leather. This color, something about this color in the brass magenta I think is really, really dope. But they also have this brass green. And in this brass green situation, here, this is in the size 20, so that should be 20 cm from base to base. It is definitely following the tiny bag kind of trend, tiny bag kind of TBE energy, as Cassie Thorpe would say. So I think it's definitely cute. I was kind of surprised that even though we're coming into fall, that they did still have some spring-ish kind of, rather summery kind of colors. And definitely I think they can be transitional pieces, especially depending on where you live in the States. So if you're in Florida, California, it's going to be warm for the next few months, right? So I think some of these colors would definitely kind of vibe a bit more than up north. As you're looking at more like the blacks, the blues, the browns, other neutral tones, or even like the burgundy. So I was super excited to be able to see more color for a little bit longer, and I hope we're able to incorporate those in our collections. Here, this one again for the tabby is $3.75. Let me know what you think about that price point for the size. Again, it is Coach. I think it is a good price point as compared to other fashion houses, given that it is a full leather bag. But I think the tabby's been out for a bit. I actually popped by to see the tabby. Well, I popped by to a Marshall's, and in the Marshalls, they actually had a tabby listed. And I feel like the tabby is one of those that don't really go on sale, especially the puffer. Here we go. The pillow tabby, they call it the pillow tabby shoulder bag. So I feel like these here for the full size don't really go on sale all that often, especially if it's for one of the neutral colors. I have seen several colors, pink, green, you know, some other like tropical kind of colors that have gone on sale. And I've also seen the smaller ones, as you see here, that have gone on sale. And again, I think it's really just a color story. This is the pillow tabby shoulder bag in the size 18. These I think are actually really cute. Again, the capacity is not great. Capacity is not great, so if you're looking for something in large type size, maybe perhaps this is not the one for you. But again, they do have the soft tabby shoulder bag. They say with braid, so there is a braided strap, braided element there with braid, and then they also have the soft shoulder bag with the smooth leather for the extended here. That is this one. I'll show you guys real quick, and these are going for $4.50. So this one right here, again, the black on black gives like that so black kind of vibe, if that's something that you're looking for. Again, $4.50. And then they have more coming into the fall. These are $5.50. This is with the braided strap, shoulder, and you'll see the braided strap. You'll see the braided strap there. So $5.50, I think is kind of getting up there. I mean, I get it. I understand it. I see the craftsmanship. I see where they, you know, definitely have spent their time. But I think some may look at the $5.50 price point and say, you know what? Instead of getting 2 of these bags, I could get maybe like 1 Prada bag or 1 Versace bag, right? And I think that's where people are kind of like, But what I will say though is I did not expect the pillow shoulder bag, the pillow tabby bag, to be around this long and to still be popular. I've seen several people with it. Definitely influencers have been rocking it, killing it, and it's like it came out yesterday. So definitely I think there's something to it. Again, same thing for the full size. The pillow shoulder bag here for the tabby 26 full size is also $5.50. So again, that's one of those kind of things at $5.50 plus tax. And you're kind of like, you do get the lifetime guarantee for cleaning, which a lot of brands do not do that. They will not offer you cleaning services. So that is something to keep in mind. But definitely for the price point, it's definitely worth a look. And of course, with some of the new colors coming into fall, something to peek at. So next thing I want to share with you guys are the straps, some of the straps and the chains. So let's pop over to straps. I've seen like the chain link strap. I've seen a few others. Let's look at the color block webbing strap first. So this one right here, I think kind of looks more like, I think this strap here kind of looks more something like a Marc Jacobs strap maybe, or maybe a Fendi strap with some of like the decals and stuff here. And now on this particular one, obviously it says Coach, so that's something that you'll have to decide if that's something you can deal with or not. But what I want to bring to your attention is the price point. This strap is actually going for $95. Now they do have a few other colors here in this one as well. You see the maroon and then the black. But with the price point, I was kind of like, wait a minute. Because again, Fendi, I have definitely checked out the Fendi first. It's actually a piece that I've looked at and I absolutely adore, but I kind of adore it from afar because I feel like the way my life is situated, it's not going to be in a clutch all day. that's just not what it's about over here. That's not real life for me. I also tried actually earlier this year the midi size that came out, which is supposed to be between the small and the medium, which I think it was a great idea when they came out with that. And I said, because I've tried on, when it originally came out, I tried on a small and I tried on a medium. And I like how the small fits against the body, but I like the capacity of the medium. And the medium for me just didn't look good on my frame. I am 5'2" for reference. So it was taking up all the space. It was taking up all the space. It wasn't doing it. It didn't look good. So with that being what it was, I definitely, when I went down to New York City and Soho, I definitely had to pop in there. Some absolutely beautiful boutique. If I find some of that footage, I'll be able to throw it in there and show you guys. But I did try that on. I think it was in like a dark blue. And the color is absolutely stunning. And one of the things was, especially when I threw it on with the strap, the point of the Fendi First
That looks like Murdo.
Jab like right in here. And I'm like, who does that? Like it's just a very strange, thing. And I never understood kind of, and I guess obviously it was meant to be more of a clutch type situation. It was not meant to be a crossbody bag, although they added a strap with it, but it didn't really make sense. So I was talking to the essay about it, and I when I had put it on, she seen it, she was kind of like, ugh. Like she didn't say it like that, but she was kind of like, I understand. So I was like, oh yeah, I want to try the midi size, blah blah blah. So long story short, I did look at some other strap options, but those joints are pricey. They usually the other strap options, and this is just for the strap I'm talking about, it in and around $1,000. So to come in and see a brand doing something, of course, more contemporary, something a little bit different for in my opinion, what's a reasonable price point, I thought was very, very, very interesting. Of course, you can always go to like an Etsy or an Amazon and get straps. I've definitely done that with some of my items as well, but it's not always the same. And sometimes the hardware has like a metal type smell or scent. I don't know how to best explain it, but it's not original hardware. It's not original hardware. That's the best way that I can explain it. So when I was in Coach, I had seen some of the chains, especially the chain link. I want to share that with you guys as well. I thought that was absolutely we'll go with this one here. I thought it was absolutely adorable. They have this one here, and they do have them in different colors and different sizes. So if that's something that you're interested in looking at, you can definitely try that out. The branding was on, when I say branding, the branding as far as like the company logo Coach was on more of like the hardware closer to like where the clasps were. It was just a small thing that just said Coach on there. It wasn't as obvious as the other strap that I shared with you. But again, if people peep into the price point, $125, if that's something that you were looking at and you wanted to add it to one or more of your pricier bags, I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great compromise, and for something that's quite a bit more reasonable than what's actually going on out here with some of these other fashion houses. All right, and the last one I want to share with you guys is they call the Dinky chain strap. This one here is $35, comes in a few different colors. They have old brass, silver, and dark gunmetal. Especially that dark gunmetal, that $35 price point is absolutely like magnificent. I've definitely ordered some stuff off Etsy, Amazon, and a few other places, and it was definitely more than that $35 price point. And to be honest, sometimes when you get the items in, they don't necessarily have the weight, or they're not necessarily of the same quality or stamina of, definitely getting it from the fashion house. So I definitely think that is a great price point. I did want to bring that to you guys and share that with you guys. Great way to like jazz up your other bags, add some accessories, maybe even do like a cool belt. When you kind of do that, add some charms to it. I've definitely seen that done as well, and it's super cute. So I do want to wrap it up and share with you a few goodies that I did end up picking up from Coach. And after seeing the straps here, I may actually go back for one and pick up, I think it's silver, and pick up this silver strap. So